What's up, guys? We're over on World Flipper today to take a look at a pretty fun team. It involves power flipping, it involves reducing the levels needed to hit those power flips, and it also involves a little bit of skill damage. So ever since I pulled Levy, I've wanted to use her in some way, shape, or form. But with the Regi EX going, I was running the Hanabi multi-ball fire team, which is still a absolutely fantastic team. And this is something that came together with the pulling of Rolf. Saw an opportunity to put together pieces that people have been talking about for a while for power flip team with Rolf, but I wanted to include Levy on the team. I wanted to get her skill damage going up with the column that she's in. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the team here. We've got the Rolf Murakumo column. We have the Noenne Bianca column in the middle, and then the fun column is the Levy and the Clarisse. So what this team is doing is it's building up power flip damage. It is going to be reducing combos needed. It is going to be giving attack to the leader through Bianca and through Levy herself. And we're going to be upping the skill damage of Levy and Clarisse's column, with Clarisse's skill boosting the damage she does. So what's so cool about Levy is if we take a look at Levy, we look at her skills and what she is doing. She's giving HP to Rolf. She's giving damage to Rolf. She has a really cool main slot ability of when the combo reaches 30 until the next flip, you're going to be getting Pierce. And then when this unit is the main unit, you reach the power flip level 3 with a combo of a -2 count. So you are going to be gaining that Pierce once you hit 30. It's going to proc the weapon that she is holding. And then we're going to be able to get skill damage up with Clarisse buffing herself. And she's going to be getting the gauge up right away because she does increase the gauge. But we're getting skill damage up on this unit itself, and then we're also going to be removing buffs and reducing fire resistance on foes. So this is going to be the first column to go. We look at Noenne. Noenne's a nice little addition to this team. She can be run in the front or the back because that ability too is what we're really after. She has that skill is activated by fire units plus 5% to attack for leader up to a maximum of 50%. So when Levy uses her skill, you have Clarisse boosting up that skill gauge at the beginning. We're going to get this going a little quicker, giving Rolf a little more damage right away, which is pretty nice. And we do have the main unit double direct hits to do more damage as the main slot Noenne, but you don't need Noenne for this team. You guys can put in Gillisrad, you guys can put in Clyde in this team, you guys can have Any on this team, you guys can have Jin on this team. There's so much going on. You can have New Year's Lulika if you only have her. There's so many options to move around in this team that make it work. This is the favorite version of my team so far because we have Levy and Clarisse dropping skill damage dukes. They are going to be triggering Noenne to buff up damage for Rolf, and then Levy and Bianca are making Rolf stronger. So it's a lot of fun to use this team. I'm going to show you guys a run here and talk about what's going on, but it starts doing ridiculous power flip damage. You've got skill damage going off with the Levy Clarisse column. It's a blast. I do want to show this really quickly before we hop into the run. If you guys don't have that Noenne, like I mentioned before, if you don't have a Clarisse, if you don't have any of these fancy 5 stars or units like this, you can totally run the team like this. If you just have the Rolf and all these 4-star units, you don't particularly need the Noenne to have this team function in a nice way. So any kind of power flip level reducer, any kind of power flip damage enhancer, like Clyde, for example. If we look at Clyde is very good in doing this. If you go down and look at his skill 1, we have plus 25% to power flip damage. And then when we have the attack buff up, we're getting 50% to power flip damage. And when this unit is a main unit and we reach power flip level 3, we get a combo count of -3 and 40% to power flip damage. So if you're going for a build that is not using that fun little skill damage, kind of quick skill gauge increase with Clarisse or Any even, for example, Clyde makes for a very solid power flip. I mean, Clyde is giving a ridiculous amount of power flip damage, so if you want to ignore that skill damage part and just go pure power flip, Clyde is a fantastic option. I mean, he's just literally, that is his kit. His kit says, I am power flip. Let's frickin' go. You guys can adjust the team like this. You don't have Levy, you can have Clyde up here, you can have Bianca and Gillisrad, you can have Bianca behind Clyde. You guys can switch out Jin for Any. I mean, this team is just very rotatable. You can hop units in and out here and there wherever you'd like. So this is something I just wanted to point out. You don't need these crazy 5 stars or limited units or newer 4 stars. You guys can do it with these older units too. All right, guys, we have the co-op run up here of this godly Regi EX with this team here. We're going to hop in, take a look at the teammates we got here. So we do have somebody running a similar build. This person's running the Clyde variant, and it is just a blast to use this team. So we've got the Clarisse boosting up the Levy right here. You can see the skill gauge for that column is almost full. So once that goes off, that's going to be boosting up Years Noenne, and it's just starts to spiral from that point out. You can use Jin on this team to deal with the poison immunity, but this Noenne heal is very good. So that's why if you have Years Noenne, use her on this team. Like, she is very, very nice. So then we got the ultis going. We have that million skill damage drop in. We have power flips hitting. We're going to hit the chain, 5 million, 6 million, 7 million power flip. And it's very consistent. I do, however, as much damage as this team is doing and how cool this is just by doing raw power flip, piercing, doing crazy damage, I do think if you have a like perfect multi-ball fire team, I still think that's probably going to be better right now. It's just that team, if it's built like to perfection, that team is crazy. But this team is a lot of fun. So it's kind of like personal choice of what you want to do. Something else I want to talk about, if you're taking this team into a group that's using Hanabis and you're going into this, the 3 Hanabi teams are going to result in the 9 chain right away. So it's just something to think about. It's just a fun little way to utilize Rolf in a very explosive way. I mean, I think I did pretty good damage there. So I've bet 26 million. This team is very consistent in what it does. It is also extremely fun to use, and the damage numbers when power flipping with this team and the little added skill damage bombs that Clarisse and Levy are dropping make for a very fun little team to play with. Alright guys, that is going to be it for my little look at a Rolf power flip team with a splash of skill damage in there for a little bit of fun. If you guys enjoyed it, I do appreciate you guys being here watching these videos. If you're new here, looking forward to more World Flipper content and just Gacha mobile content all around, hit that sub button. Remember guys, if you hit that thumbs up, it'll help bring my rates up. Peace guys.